Play area not found. Wasn't that wonderful? Isn't that just wonderful? Come on. Bum, bum, bum. No. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Tickle my nose. Alright. Let's see if we can't do something foolish. I think we're on a Levski. Yep. I think that's where we're at. I think. Okay. Whoa. Up we go. Oh, Mr. Levski. Yep, Levski. Okay, before I forget, still need more med pens, so I better get them. While I'm here, if I can remember, call elevator. Hello, elevator. May not be any available, we'll see. La-di-dee, la-di-do. Should have water. I understand if you can find fruit, you can store it in your backpack. I know you can do water. Okay, utility items. In stock. Let's see how many I can get. Get 8 of them, yeah. Alright. I got my quantity up a little bit. I don't think they sell any fruit here anymore that I know of. I think I've seen fruit. Somebody said fruit will store in your backpack. Sandwiches and stuff won't. Obviously they don't have the packaging that we have at this time. Alright. Customs. Going to customs. Why do we keep getting this leaving armistice zone? I don't think you can pull your weapons anywhere out here. Maybe you can. Okay, we gotta go to Teach's. Gonna go to Teach's. Here, Teach's. Did that click? I'm not sure I heard it click. Definitely clicked that time. Alright, down we go. Down we go. 222. Looks like they got a problem there. Alright, Gray Cat, Bucky, Drake, Cyclone. I don't know what the difference are. Damn, I didn't know you could rent the blade, although you can buy the blades. Okay. We have one of them out here. Alright. Here, elevator, here, elevator. So I don't understand all the warnings here about don't understand them all. Hangar 2, as it should be. Hangar 2. Don't know what I'm supposed to call it, but I called it. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Hangars open and the flight path
Close mobile glass.
go ahead and launch.
Closing Moby Glass.
Already open all the way. Take off. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the com.
So why have I got stereo? I think I got anything open.
Have a good one.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Let's find out what we got on stereo wise. Shouldn't have anything on, but sure sounded like I had stereo going. Oh, mute it, mute it. Don't get it. S-Rift. Wonder where the stereo's coming from. Huh. Well, maybe just some kind of freak accident or something. I don't know. Star map.
Activating now.
One did then, didn't do it again, so what the hell. Alright. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Range.
Collecting data.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
I really don't see the marker anywhere. There it is. Jump.
Jumping.
Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Why do they have doubles up? Not that they're going to stay up, but see, they shouldn't have doubles up. So status, open. Comms. Much better. Wouldn't know why they would have doubles up though. Huh. Say, huh? Frame rates are better than were earlier today. Close. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
Why are you in a 600i? Jump performance?
I am just, yeah, playing. Is why I'm in a 600. It's a rental. It is a rental. So I'm just playing. It's PTU and I'm flush with cash. Yeah, you know, when you got stupid money, you just spend it stupidly. Range.
Collecting data.
Yeah, I'm just squandering my wealth. Jump.
Jumping.
Audio's kind of screwed up, you know. You can hear it come in and it just kind of cuts out when you're coming up to a station. I'm sure that's server wide.
How has 3.9 been so far?
You know what? It's buggy. But it's no buggier than 3.82. Permission to land.
Approach protocols engaged.
R&R stations seem to work for refueling again. However,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
close mobile glass. 10 to 1
mobile
Alisar
glass.
won't work here unless I respawn a ship. Respawn it. I mean, I'll check and see if I can refuel it, but, you know, I'm not even going to bother to try to hover. I'll just go in and store the ship, and then when I bring it back out, it'll be able to refuel. But I should be able to refuel on landing. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down.
So no buggier than usual. I mean, boy, this ship sure drifts a lot. Let's see what happens when you're not paying attention. Stop drifting. Come on, thrusters, work. Got to get the momentum back. Yeah, the bigger the ship, the more you
Aren't
gotta...
cargo decks on March 9th?
Cargo decks? No. Not that I know of. Somewhere this year they're talking about cargo decks, but it's not going to be a while yet. Cargo decks on some of the major stations. I don't think they're planning on putting them everywhere. Places like Tesla, maybe, Port Everest Harbor, those places. The R&R stations, I do not believe are getting them.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Mobile glass.
Open mobile glass.
Oh, son of a gun, it's going to work.
You don't seem too enthralled by New Babbage.
You know what? It's it's okay. I mean, it's the cleanest, probably the nicest looking place in Star Citizen right now. Frame rates are really terrible there. They're not very good, which is to be expected. I'm sure they'll get it cleaned up, but right now it's like when Lorville first came out, or Area 18. You know, frame rates just really suck. Well, they pretty much suck in New Babbage. Power down.
Powering down.
Uh, there's nothing out there. I mean, it's an ice world. All the moons. It's not really a place to go mining. There's no bases where you can refuel. The only place you can refuel is actually at the spaceport in New Babbage and Everest and Tressler. Nowhere else can you buy fuel.
Did you see the descent on Spectrum over the delays?
You know, yeah, people get overexcited. You know what? This is Star Citizen. They've never made a deadline in their life. Exit seat. I mean,
Affirmative.
everybody bitches and complains, and I don't know. Yeah, I want to see them make progress, but I don't want to see them release crap either. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. I'm their biggest critic. But at the same token, I don't want them to rush shit out that's nowhere near ready. This is not ready to go with the PTU. I mean, I've got a decent rig, and you know, it's got bugs. You know, it's got more bugs than they should. Now, I guarantee you, this build will probably go to the PTU, the PU, the way they do things, and then the people are going to bitch and complain about how buggy it is. Does that make sense? I'd just soon see them keep it and polish it up, but I'm sure they're not going to do that. Did you watch my short video about me going getting a crime stat for doing nothing? You know, like I say, there's bugs here. They send you to prison, and the prison stuff doesn't work, like the multi-tool. So, you know, there's, you know, a lot of stuff doesn't work, and people are going to complain. Just because me and Demenit were...
Have you been on Clio?
Yes.
There are no outposts
Nothing.
there.
They're on any of the moons. It's just not Clio. There may be a research outpost on a couple of the moons, but you can't buy fuel. You can't, you know what I mean? There's nothing really there on any of them. So I just don't, you know, that's why that whole microtech area, I'm not, yeah. When they said they were going to put the moons in, I thought it was going to be like the moons everywhere else, where you could actually go and do things, buy things. You know what I mean? And come to find out, they got one base on them, or they got 3 bases, but none of them do anything. There are no landing pads. You can't refuel. So, yeah, not real... So that whole area, I mean, it's, don't get me wrong, it is their best, as far as how it looks, it's gorgeous. You know what, it is the prettiest area that I've seen in this game. Clean, you know, doesn't look like a cesspool like every place else in Star Citizen does. But
I saw that edited video titled Nice Guys Finish Last, where you showcase a series of bugs in the busted Law and Order system.
Yep. I mean, that's Star Citizen, you know. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's Star Citizen. And people, they're going to tear them a new butthole when it comes to, they release that to the PU, and can you imagine, they're complaining now they haven't got it, but when they give that, put that out, they're going to complain even louder. I'm looking for propulsion here. So, I don't know. I'd just soon see them polish it a little more. My druthers are, you know. I think they should polish.
You need to make more of those videos.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. Like I say, I had to edit that out of a 3-hour stream. But it was kind of funny. It really was. Let's see if I can store this shit. That way I can put that. I mean, it was fun. I mean, regardless. But it was just kind of a... And I had no idea that by crawling you could get past all the guards. I mean, I made a mistake and stood up. I didn't mean to. You know what I mean? I just hit the wrong button on my controller. So I stood up, but as you notice, as long as I stayed on the ground crawling, they never shot at me. I mean, it was quite humorous, I thought. and I almost got away. And I probably would have got away if I'd had more than one med pen installed. But I forgot it was a server wipe, so I didn't have but the one that they give you. That's all the med pens I had, and I didn't have. You can't. I couldn't stop it and try to install more.
How is the new sustenance system?
The what system? Whoa, 643. I don't think we need that many. Well, I've never seen that many come up. Can I type in a figure? No. Okay, let's go back and try this again. Now, what system did you say? I've never been able to buy that many med pens. I will never use that many up. But now I have plenty, so what the hell? Don't need ammo. It's still good there. Marble glass.
The new eating and drinking mechanic.
How
is it?
It sucks. The animations on it are very delayed. I don't know why they can't do things right the first time. It's not that the whole ideal of it's bad. It's just that the implementation is bad. You go to take a drink of water. It takes a minute almost, 30 seconds a minute before you drink the bottle of water, or you eat the sandwich. It's just bad design as far as I'm concerned. Bad implementation. As far as how often you have to eat and stuff, that's not bad. I had to eat. See, now I'm just getting ready to hear a drink of water, and I'll show you the house so you got it.
Are the FPS AI still busted?
Yeah, they haven't got any better. They didn't do any work on them. As far as that goes, they're still dumb as a box of rocks. Close mobile glass. But see, now right now it shows that my water, I'm getting thirsty again. So we'll go ahead. The first thing you got to do to take a drink is you have got to remove your helmet, of course. So you got to unequip your helmet. Okay, then you got to go in, if you have the inventory, then you have to go into your inventory, personal inventory. Whoops, wrong button. Open your personal, and see, now wait, see, now we have to wait. And then we have to back click this again. So it comes up that we can drink, and then we're going to take a drink out of one bottle and watch how long it's going to take for this to work. See this? Like I say, it's just bad implementation. I don't know. They're really big on their animations. Now, see, this bottle has all kinds of water in it. Now, you'd think I could be able to store it again and save leftovers, but I can't. So this bottle actually gets thrown away here after I drink. See how much more is left in it? It's still 3/4 full. But see, I can no longer put it away. It is now trash. Now, places like New Babbage...
You have to hold the mouse button to drink continuously.
I don't know if you can drink continuously or not. I'm using a controller, but yeah, it only normally takes a drink. And you may be able to do that with your mouse, but I'm using my controller, so I can hold that button, but it doesn't. But now, places like here where you can't buy water or food at all on Olisar. Now I have nowhere to put this container, and I'm going to carry it around until I drop it or throw it or whatever I want to do with it. Now, one thing about New Babbage, some of these places, they have trash cans, so you can actually throw it away. But you will see these bottles and sandwiches and cans. People take a drink out of them, and they throw them on the ground. So even though Star Citizen didn't include trash in New Babbage, you got plenty of trash around all the stores or the eateries or stuff. You can't put food, you can't store food for later. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Somebody said that if you find fruit, some places I guess sell fruit. I have never found a place that sold fruit that you can put that in your inventory. But a sandwich, burger, all this other stuff, burritos, you got to eat them on the spot. You know what I mean? And you will find that some places they
My
might sell.
friend.
Yeah. And some places you'll find might sell water, but they won't sell food. You know, some of the R&R stations, like I say, I just think they did a bad job.
The new
with
prison
it.
was forgotten just as quickly as it was implemented.
Yes,
How are you?
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the prison. They shoved an innocent person in prison, namely me. But you know, me and Demenit were out flying, and the ship we were coming in, quantum traveling into a planet, down to one of the bases, and the ship just blew up in quantum travel for no reason. And because he was on board, and we were in a party, but being he was on board and he died too, I got a third level crime stat. So of course when I respawned at where was it, Lorville, of course, you know, first of all they had to shoot and kill me, and then they threw me into prison. So I don't know. I'm not impressed with the prison system. When you're sending innocent people to jail, something's wrong. So you don't have to be a criminal to go. It's pretty sad. And for that, and for getting a crime stat for a crime I really didn't do, I forgot where that was already. They on 10, wasn't it? They made me stay in prison for an hour and 30 minutes. So that was the punishment for them blowing my ship blowing up for no reason because of a bug. You know, didn't do anything, didn't run into anything or nothing. We were in quantum travel halfway there, and I did not put my helmet on. See, and that's another thing you got to remember. You got to remember to put your helmet back up. Shit, I wasn't quick enough. Damn, now see, I just dropped the weapons and everything. See, that's how screwed up it can be. That's another trouble with the eating system. You know, oh, come on. Now, why are you going to send me to New Babbage? Come on. You got to be kidding me. And it's going to black screen. It's not even, it's not, you see what I'm saying? It's buggy. Yep. See, it's going to black screen here.
Did you see Trump's disinfectant idea?
Oh, yeah. The man's an idiot. And then he came back after he got, everybody said, what are you talking about? How can you say something? Oh, I was being sarcastic. Anybody who heard him say it knows he wasn't being sarcastic. It's crashed. See, it is buggy. But it shouldn't have said, it should just, I'm in Olisar, that's where I should have gone. Come on, let go of my computer, Star Citizen. Jesus. Gotta back it out manually. Alright, all because I forgot to put on my helmet. See, I'm not a big fan of all this shit. I'm sorry. And then next month we're going to get to take a poo. Come on. I don't understand it. I do not understand. Yeah, no, you know, next time, I mean, we have, you know, the next...
Sarcasm is not what is needed during this pandemic.
No, it isn't, but he wasn't being sarcastic. I happened to be listening to that particular episode when him broadcasting, and he wasn't being sarcastic. He was dead serious. And then he wants to, you know, now they're spinning it as he was being sarcastic, but he wasn't. The man was dead serious. It was another one of his ignorant statements. Now see it black screen because, like I say, it's the PTU. This patch is nowhere near ready to be released, and we should be on Olisar. Why it kicked up and tried to send me to New Babbage is probably why it black screened like that. because it was sending me to the wrong place and it knew it. But it is PTU, like I say, and people are crying, oh, we got to release it to the PU, oh, we want to play it, you know, give me a break. And then they'll just complain about how bad it is in the forums constantly. Same thing that happens every patch. Okay, now see, we are in Olisar where we were supposed to be. See, I have no idea why it was trying to send me to do, you know. However, let's see, we'll go down to pad 10. Ba, ba, ba. Such is life. Now, nobody else has been in here. Oh, my ship ain't gonna be here, is it? Because I had to log out. Son of a bitch. It's not gonna be out here for that reason. God damn. See, yeah. But yeah, being it black screened me, I had to log out and log back in.
This HUD is more proof that the engine is at its limit.
Sure it is. And they claim server meshing is going to fix it, but I don't see that server meshing is going to save anything. I mean, that's what they're praying. At least it didn't destroy the ship, huh? But yeah, I don't see where server meshing is going to make this engine work any better. 0, 0. Why am I on 0, 0? Huh. It's awful big pad, isn't it? Thought that was reserved for the really big ships. This 600i ain't that big. It'll go on a 10 or 9 pad pretty easy. I think this is the really, really big pad, isn't it? Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's no bigger. But yeah, see, this ship is yeah, nowhere near big enough to need this pad.
You seem to be liking the 600i.
You know
more
what?
servers farm SIG add, the more upkeep costs they'll incur.
That's true. That is very true. Yeah, this ship is fun. I mean, we were tooling around and Dominit's got a 600 Touring, and this is the Explorer model. It actually has a spot for a rover in it. It actually has a rover, actually, where the Touring doesn't. It's fancier inside, although this one's pretty fancy. I'll get it out the moon here and I'll take a tour. But yeah, it's you know, I like this one better than the Touring one, even though the Touring one technically is much fancier inside. But this one has a big scanning suit.
Did you fly the Prowler?
No, I have not. It's not available to anybody. If you don't own it, it's not available. Only the Avocati and the owners can spawn it at this time. It's not been released to be able to be purchased or rented yet in the PTU. But if you own it, you can be flying it. I don't own one, so and you can't buy it yet. And that'll be they won't do that till they get the last wave. Start up.
Acknowledged.
No, it didn't start up. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
I mean, this looks more like a Star Trek ship than a Star Wars ship. How's that? Range.
Collecting data.
Do we want to go out here or selling yellow or Tamar? Oh, I really don't. Yeah, you never know. Dust storms or snowstorms. Take your choice. Like I say, this ship is very drifty. The bigger they are, the more they drift. Although it's not any worse than the Andromedas, the Connies. Jump.
Jumping.
It's got fixed weapons on it, 3 of them, size 5, so they're big weapons, but a ship this size with fixed weapons, I don't see how you're ever going to hit anything. Being, you know, it's just a big ship. So, you know, it's not like it turns like a fighter. I actually like fixed weapons on fighters, but on this ship, yeah, as you can see, you're trying to track something and you're, yeah, you ain't never going to hit nothing with fixed weapons. I think it needs gimbals. But I don't even know if they got size 5 gimbals in the game yet. Range.
Collecting data.
See if we can get some daylight here. I don't want ridge shelter. Hardcore mining, awful close. Trying to remember where they have pads. They have no pads at any of the shelters. I bet Schumann has pads. Jump.
Jumping.
Shouldn't be too far to daylight. Now I have not run into a 30K since I've been playing on a PTU, so that's an improvement. Other people are claiming they're getting them. I have not got a 30K yet, but I have had crashes. So range.
Collecting data.
As you saw, we just had one. But no 30Ks yet. May just be shit luck. Frame rates are not as good as they are in 3.82. I'd say on average frame rates are 20 frames per second less. So that just goes to show you it's nowhere near optimized to any degree. Yeah, a good average is
Has there been any new missions added?
I didn't find any. And no, I didn't find any in the patch notes that there was a new mission giver. So that would be a no. There's really not much new in this. I mean, unless you want to count prison system, and that's just not gameplay that anybody's really going to be interested in. They're going to go, but only because they're too busy griefing people. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Interdictions seem to be working.
Yes,
at least for now.
Yes, they are turned back on. They do have them turned back on. However, they're not. I mean, I had 3 happen on one trip, and then all of a sudden, I haven't had any since or before. So, and I've done a lot of crisscrossing across the star system. So one trip, I got nailed 3 times. And now I'm not getting any, so
How about orbits?
No, they're not on. And they have no intention of turning them on again for a while, from what I understand. I imagine that takes quite a bit of server room. But yeah, from what I read, they have no intention of turning orbits for a while. Okay, there's a blue one. Lights?
Lights on.
I guess it's got a little bit of lights. How many pads this place got? I really don't need to sit down on the pad. We refueled in Olisar, so gonna set her down right out here. Where's the pad? Was the pad covered with a rock over there? Not really. Yeah, it's very slow to respond. Come on, now why aren't my down thrusters working? Up is working. There it goes. Change view. There's
Roger
nothing
that.
underneath of me. We're actually on the ground. Boy, it didn't feel like we were on the ground. No wonder I wasn't getting any down thrust. Change view. I didn't think I was on the ground yet. Change view.
Roger that.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Oh, I better turn the engines off. Be my luck, the damn thing will take off by itself like all my other ships do. I don't know how many times I've had that happen to me now. Leaving the engines running, the damn thing take off. Shouldn't do that, but it does. Engines off.
Engines are powered down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Okay, now we'll give it the tour. We can give a tour. We're on the ground. Power's on. And I don't know how to get all the way around this thing yet. We'll go through this area first. Those are escape pods. This is the scanning area where it does, it's an explorer ship. This model is. You have 2 stations for it. You can get into the chairs, but they don't work yet because there's no exploring in the game. But I really don't know how they're going to work. You know what I mean? But that's what they're for. And of course, you have the globe you're exploring. It is an explorer ship. Okay, another elevator to the cargo area. We'll go down that one here in a minute. We have beds and shit everywhere. Let me see. Do I remember where this one goes? What this is out here? I don't remember. I forget what this area is. This has a purpose. I forget what it is. That's not a biggie, obviously. Alright. Here's where we get drunk while we're out on a mission. Big table. Kitchen is down here where you cook meals. Supposedly store food, all that stuff. Billiard table. TV, shit you're never going to use that they just put in here. I don't know, maybe someday we'll be able to play billiards. Who knows? Of course, this is the food prep area for whatever reason. Now, this ship only requires, you can't open the refrigerator, obviously. But see, it's got a water dispenser, it doesn't work. See, all this shit, it's actually got water stored, but none of it works. And they put food and stuff in the game, but yet you can't use any of the stuff in your ships. Makes a whole lot of sense. Alright. Now we're on the lower level. Engine room, if I remember correctly. One of the engine rooms. Engine room area. Panels don't work. Should be able to open it up, but of course it's not in the game yet. All this stuff that they doesn't work yet, Sad but true. They make the ships, but don't make the game loops for them. Power for the course. This is just the other side, engine room on the other side. It don't work either. A lot of wasted space in this ship, I guess you'd say. And that's as far as we go here. Now we can go back upstairs. And of course they got to make it a maze to get around in. It's not as bad as some ships, but it's pretty bad. Alright. We'll go down the elevator into the cargo area. Somewhere I passed all the, not sure how I did that. Come on up, elevator. I'm going to go to the lower deck. Lower deck. Now this elevator only goes the lower deck and this deck. Upper and lower decks. You can't exit the ship with it. Will not exit. Okay, we'll go back to the other engine room area. Here's beds. Here's crew's quarters or whatever. As you can see, got beds everywhere. More escape pods. Here's the showering facilities. You know, men. And I guess women. Well, they both say men, so I don't care. Use any one you want. I'm sure that doesn't work. Nope. Hangars don't work yet. But this is the crew area back here. And it only needs a crew of 2. Is all it requires to operate this ship. So I really don't know why they have all these crew quarters. I mean, you can take more with you, of course. But alright, now we're going to go here. This is the cargo area. This is actually the ramp, and I will drop it here. Because we're going to spawn and see if we can fit a cyclone on it. Open door. That is the, as you can see, that's the cargo bay. Now this ship, unlike the Turing doesn't hold any cargo. This will hold 40 SCU, I'm sure, on that cargo bed. Can't have your whatchamacallit in there. Here's the other one. And this is the captain's quarters. So when you're doing the nasty, you can look out and say, hey, look at me. But this is the master suite. You get a free box of cigars, you know, and you get flowers on the wall. You see that, and they even wiggle. They're alive. And this does not work, I'm sure. No, oh, you can sit, but nothing else will work. And that's the grand tour. Looks like the elevator's already up, but it's not going to let me get it without calling it. There it goes. This is the only way to in and out of the ship from is this station. I don't believe you can call the other elevator from outside. You may be able to. I don't know. I haven't tried it. This one, to send it up, you actually got to use this. You cannot just, like on the Connie's. This one you got to actually hit top deck and it'll raise it. Yeah, these have control panels here. So, you know, they say a rover fits on this, but boy, I'll tell you what. Doesn't look big enough to put a rover on it to me, does it to you guys? Supposed to come with a rover. So we're gonna, I don't have a rover, but I bought a cheap Cyclone. We'll spawn a Cyclone. I don't think it's gonna fit on there. It might, but I think a rover is longer than a Cyclone, if I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Come on. So we'll spawn one. We'll see what happens. Should have one here to spawn. Cyclone. Retreat.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Well,
Please
so much for
again
trying
later,
that.
or select a different
Obviously,
ship.
these are broke. Come on. Might have them turned off. Please wait while your vehicle is being delivered. Come on, pop up red. Yep. Like I say, it's not ready for the PU. Yeah, obviously you can't spawn vehicles here. Looks like it just stuck in a loop. And no, it didn't spawn it, so...
Unfortunately,
Yep.
our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for
Okay,
any
so
inconvenience.
much for seeing if one of them
Please
would
try
fit.
again later, or select a different ship.
Not gonna work. What can you say? Damn thing's tickling my ear. What can I say? I doubt if going anywhere different. It's probably screwed up everywhere. Probably. No sense going to a different place. But I was going to load one on here, but I don't know that one will fit. Now that I look at this down, I don't think it's wide enough to put a cyclone on it. And I don't think it might be long enough, but a rover would barely fit on here if it does, because there ain't no way a rover fits on here. Unless it's a whole lot narrower than I think it is. Yeah, this just doesn't look big enough. Closed door over there at the side. Boy, they did a good job there, didn't they? And that's the turret up there. I don't know how you operate the turret. I would think there would be somewhere. See, you can't really stand on this. Yeah, you can. I guess you could. But yeah, if this whole thing went down, would be one thing. But it doesn't. Just this section here in the middle. The white section is the only part that goes down. So I just don't see how that's going to hold... Oh, I guess this does all go down. Okay, this is different now. Well, depending on what door you use, okay, a roper fit on this probably, maybe. Wind blowing hard enough to blow me around. Yeah, I guess a roper would fit on this. I don't know who controls
The two
turret.
chairs next to the captain's chairs are the remote turrets.
Are they? Okay, I didn't know that. Got one on top, one on bottom, I guess. Yeah, I just didn't notice the whole thing went down. I just thought the white section was going down. But okay. You could probably get a rover and a cyclone on it then. That's who runs the turrets. Okay. Something new every day. So this is the master bedroom, and this is how you get back up. And that's all I know about the ship. Nothing else to it, I don't think. Like I say, most of it doesn't work. Because none of the stuff's in the game. Let's see. Not gonna let me in the chair? Enter remote turret. Aha. I am ready to hurt somebody. And I'm upside down. That is weird. This is obviously the lower one. Obviously. Exit. Exit seat. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Let's go over and check out the other one. Trying to say I need food. Nowhere remote chart here. Where's it at? Way over there on the side. This one's the top one. Well, at least it won't let you shoot yourself. That's the wind blowing, I take it? Jesus. Yeah, it's nice that they won't let you shoot yourself. But I'll be willing to bet you could. Huh. Yeah, I see you have nothing to eat, so. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Alright. I think we got it all done there. Engines on.
Engines online.
Doesn't sound like they are. Guess they are awful quiet, weren't they? Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Range.
Collecting data.
Yeah, I see no reason to go to any of the other ports because I do not believe any of them. It won't work on one. I'm pretty sure they won't work on any of them. Star map.
Activating now.
Probably got them turned off. Not enough room. Close star map.
Affirmative.
You're right in the middle of the planet, aren't you? Of course you are. Star map.
Activating now.
Close star map. Find my own marker because it can't do it for me, I guess. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Lots of bugs. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Jump.
Jumping.
Star map.
Activating now.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
Okay, should have got away from the... Yep. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
Piece of cake. You hear the wind whistling? I got a window open. That's being sarcastic. Being just a little sarcastic. Range.
Collecting data.
They named all the R&R stations, you'll notice. Ambitious Dream Station. Every one of them's got a weird name, stupid name on it. Jump. Jump.
Jumping.
I didn't see that rock. It's so dark. So dark, didn't see it. I take it this is the top. Permission to land.
Approach protocols engaged.
Close mobile glass.
Please proceed to
Placing
assign
mobile
landing
glass.
bay.
As soon as I see it. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And
I'm sure this is
locked.
probably a hangar. I don't know if it is or not. did that pretty good, didn't I? Huh? Power down.
Powering now.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Now, when I leave, if I don't store it, I will have to back it out of here. You have to use reverse. I have learned that. I notice you always have to call this elevator. I would think it would stay in the position you last used it. What do I know?
How is SC with Vorps? Been thinking about picking that up.
I love it. I will not play it any other way. It can be a little confusing to get running, to get it working right. But I just love playing it in 3D and in a headset. I can't play it off the monitor. It's just not the same. Didn't that work? Yeah, I really enjoy playing it in 3D in the headset. And it can be a bit of pain to get it to run right, depending on your computer. You know, every computer is different how you have to set it up, you know. But basically, they're all the same. It's just to tweak it, you need to. Well, that's kind of
I say
weird.
the same about erasing in VR. Use it for spline erasing and looking at SC now.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're racing, why would you want to race off your monitor? And you race in VR, it's completely different. I mean, it's so much more fun. Flying sims in VR, you know? Why do you want to fly off your monitor if you don't have to? Yeah, I really enjoy it. I mean, people tell me all the time, well, VR, it's not supported. It doesn't run in VR. Well, you know, it's because you don't know what you're talking about. I run it in VR every day. And is it perfect VR like, say, you get in Half-Life Alyx with a made-for VR game? No. But it's still really, really good. It's much better than you'll ever get by making a sim pit or, say, using triple monitors. I'm going to tell you what, it's very, very immersive to play in VR, even if it's not perfect. I mean, as far as visual quality, it's pretty much perfect. The biggest limitation is the game itself. Star Citizen doesn't allow you to do a lot of things, and that's Star Citizen. Okay, whoops. Okay, we'll eat a hot dog. Let's see, what do we got here? Any old hot dog will do. See, the animations take so long to get going, and then you gotta sit there and then you gotta back away. Then you gotta find your hot dog, and then you gotta eat it, and it's not gonna let me
Yup,
eat it.
VR is so much better for sure. Normally I use Track IR with SC.
Yes. Track IR is the next best thing. Tobii eye tracking, Track IR. Both of them are very, you know what I mean? Both of them help. But it's not the same as head tracking in VR. Okay, back up to 100%. Do we have any water here? Yeah, we probably do. See, we're back up to 100%. How about that?
Gonna go and pick up Vorps then.
Yes, I mean, some people complain because it's not free. You're playing Star Citizen, you have thousands of dollars in Star Citizen, and you're complaining about a free program not being free. People really, I find it, I find people funny. But yeah, I think it's $40, but it works really well. And it's not just, and if you like to play VR and other games besides Star Citizen, it works in so many games. In fact, I have never found a game I can't get it to work in. It may take some doing, you know what I mean?
Right, lol, I agree.
I mean, it may take some doing to get it working, but you'd be surprised the games I play with Vorpex that aren't VR games that I can put in VR. Because I just love playing in 3D in the headset. And like I say, I'm the first one to admit it's not perfect VR like Half-Life Alyx, but it's really, really good. And like I say, the limitation is not Vorpex, it's the game itself, what it allows you to do. What you can get away with, you know what I mean? Star Citizen has a lot of limitations as far as VR. Nothing was made for VR, like menus and stuff, so you got to use workarounds to get them to work right. But that's, you know, what are you going to, you know, why won't this scroll here? There it goes. But VR, depending on how you run it. I'm running in immersive mode, which as I turn left and right, I can actually look to the edge of the screen because the way Star Citizen's made, you can put it in full VR mode, and that way you never see the edges of your screen. I run it in immersive mode because I can read the chat. See, all the menus and stuff are not made for VR. So they're out of focus or cut off when you're in VR. In immersive mode, you can look over and read them. I can read my chat perfectly. Now, if I was in full VR mode, I couldn't, but Vorpex has a feature that's called Edge Peek that allows you to pop the screen out and you can read them. So, like I say, it has so many workarounds to make, you know what I mean? Depends on what you like personally. I do like the immersive mode. Other people like full VR mode. And they both, as far as the 3D VR, work exactly the same. It's just how it handles the screen itself. Full VR mode is more like what you get in Half-Life Alyx, up to the limitation of Star Citizen or the game you're playing. Full VR mode just gives you optimum for games that the menus aren't made for VR. You can easily handle them because you can actually look directly at them. So, like I say, there's several ways you can go to set it up to your preference. You know, it's and it can be tricky to get it running really good. How how it should run. But you know, it seems like every computer is different. I've helped many a person set it up, and I can get them going using my settings, but usually have to go back in and talk them through tweaks and stuff to get it to run better on their computer, where it runs perfectly fine. You know, my settings run perfectly fine for me. But if you got a VR headset, you're doing yourself a disservice by not trying it. You know. And the frame rates are good enough. People claim, well, Star Citizen, well, you know, you don't understand ASW. No, the game does not run at 90 frames per second, but my headset does. And that's all that matters to get a good experience in VR, is my headset to run 90 frames per second at all times. The game, it's okay if the game runs 40, 50, as long as my headset runs 80, 90. So, like I say, it's just, I find it very enjoyable. And it sure is gorgeous. And it's just gorgeous in VR. People think it looks good on a monitor. Yeah, no, it doesn't. No, until you see it in 3D, it don't look good. but in 3D it looks really good. It's cool. Your ship cockpits, all that stuff, you know, when you're flying around in your ship, the cockpit's all 3D. It looks, you know what, you really feel like you're there. You know, and that's what I go for. And I do everything in the game. I do FPS. I do all the bunker missions and stuff. I shoot NPCs. I dogfight. You know what I mean? So they claim, well, you can't do this. Well, that's because you don't know how to do it. But yeah, anything in the game I can do. You know what I mean? In VR, I don't have any trouble. You know? And it does take a little practice at first until you get used to, you know, got to get used to things, of course. But if you like track IR, head tracking in your HMD is just, it just puts track IR to shame.
Elite Dangerous is gorgeous in VR.
Yes, it is.
Just boring after SC.
Yes, it is. There's you know, I'm looking forward to them this fall getting space legs. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, Elite Dangerous is not as fun to play as even an unfinished Star Citizen. I find more fun than Elite Dangerous. Although Elite, like you say, Elite Dangerous is just gorgeous in VR. There's no stairs down over here. Huh. Unless I missed it. Oh, here we go.
Are they finally pulling the trigger in Elite?
Yes.
I've been hearing that for years.
Yes, they claim that it's being released this fall. Space Legs. Now, what
Elite Dangerous don't have any bugs.
No. Oh no, as far as, yeah, this game is, yeah. Elite Dangerous is actually a very well made game. I've got no complaints. But yeah, they claim Space Legs this fall. They're gonna, now what all it will entail, I don't know. But you'll be able to walk around on bases and stuff. So now I don't know if there'll be any FPS stuff or not. And there, I bet there won't be. I bet it'll just be more like going around all these places instead of just riding around in your ship. But I imagine as time goes by, they'll add the rest of it. But yeah, I'm waiting. I'm going to check it out this fall when they release it. You can walk around all the big capital ships. You'll be able to walk around them and stuff. Yeah. It's and if they do a good job, you know.
I'm looking into that game, Dual Universe.
I am too. I can't wait for it to drop. And it should be out this fall too. I think it's going to put Star Citizen to shame. I think that is the game that is going to... Chris Roberts is going to have to put up or shut up. You know what I mean? Because Dual Universe is everything this game is. The only difference is it's actually going to be finished. And
Dual will be cool too.
Yeah.
Love all of them. They all are great in their own way.
Yes. Yes. Like I say, I think I'll be playing Dual Universe. Make no mistake about it. I mean, you get to make your own ships. You get to do everything in Dual Universe you get to do in this game. There'll be FPS stuff. You can shoot each other if you want to. Like I say, everything's and everything's on a single shard. It's not like, you know, I mean, Chris Roberts and Sig talked about doing it. They've been talking about doing it for 8 years. Somebody else beat you to the punch. You know, they talked about it for so long, somebody else actually did it. So.
Base building.
Yes, base building, ship building. I mean, I think it'll be a blast. I mean, you don't know until we play it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It may turn out awful, you know. But from what I've done, I don't think so. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it'll be pretty good. Oh, fruit. Nope, can't buy the fruit. Yeah, I don't see none of these places have fruit. They said that you could store fruit, but I don't know where you would buy it. I'm not seeing any place that has fruit. Because there's nothing here but noodles. I don't see any fruit. You'd think a juice bar might have fruit.
Is 3.9 out to subscribers yet or still Evo and first wave?
First wave. For subscribers is for first wave. So you should, if you're a subscriber, yes, you should be able to come into the PTU. Yeah, first wave is concierge and subscribers. So yeah, that's wave one. If you're a subscriber, you can play. Yeah. See no fruit. See, nobody has fruit. Somebody said fruit you could, I don't see no fruit nowhere. Last one to check. Don't know why they'd have fruit at a burrito bar, but nope. Alright. I don't think I got any food in here. Nope. Alright, I guess I'm going to get out of here. I didn't find none. Like I say, that's what I heard, but I've been to all the food places here. So we're going to go ahead and log out and call it quits for a while. Yep, I don't see anybody that sells fruit. Huh. Maybe one of these rest stations do. Okay, everybody, we're going to get out of here. Call it quits for tonight. Maybe take in a movie before we hit the sack. Maybe. And I thank everybody for watching. Have a good night.